Apparently, the Nathaniel Green Primary School in Virginia is full of pussies. According to a story in rawstory.com, 4-year-old Virginia boy with attention deficit disorder was handcuffed and shackled, then taken away in a squad car after his teacher and principal were unable to calm him down like the pussies that they are. According to officials at the Nathaniel Green Primary School on the day in question, the pre-kindergarten student had thrown blocks, climbed down over the desk, scratched and kicked both of it into one director of education. If the principal and director of special education cannot even exert some sort of authority on this 4-year-old boy without having to call the cops, they don't even need to be there. They need to be fired. The boy was out of control. No, he was not. He's a regular 4-year-old. Basically throwing his arms and kicking and trying to kick the deputy, trying to run away, and then deputy popped up putting the handcuffs on him was for his safety as well as everybody else's. Country Arab Stephen Smith said. Stephen Smith apparently has never met a 4-year-old, even a 4-year-old with ADHD. Once he got inside the office, the servant added, since he tried to run and kick the deputies, they took the handcuffs off him and put the leg shackles on him. Jesus Christ. He's a 4-year-old kid, not an animal, not a thug. The boy's mother, Tracy Wood, was appalled at the way the school officials allowed her son to be treated. Of course, it's a 4-year-old kid with ADHD. When you call a parent to get their child, or when you get to the school, you expect the child to be there, she said, especially when you arrive in a timely manner. Instead, she was greeted by the principal, who informed her that her shackled 4-year-old has been transported to the sheriff's office. According to child psychologist Jeffrey Fracker, the use of shackles on a child that young could have a long-term effect on their psychological well-being. I can't imagine any scenario where it would be appropriate to handcuff a child that young, he told GBTF. Neither can I. He's a freaking 4-year-old. He's not Martin Luther King. He's not 19. He's not a college student. What we know about childhood development and psychological development suggests that could also be highly traumatizing to a child. The boy's mother said that's exactly what happened. Her son was suspended indefinitely after the incident. I want to come back to that school even if he wasn't suspended. That school's full of pussies. Suffer from nightmares and of its sort of its first brush with law enforcement. The way to go. The way to go. Just way to go, Nathaniel Green Primary School. Not only are did you guys shackle a 4-year-old kid for having attempted hypertension. Oh my god, 4-year-old kid. How dare this 4-year-old kid act exactly like a 4-year-old kid? and have temper tantrums. How is that? How dare that happen? Not only did you shackle him and arrest him, you probably gave him night sentence for life. And good God, if he went to the sheriff's office and shackled him, that could be on his permanent record. So not only did you shackle him and gave him nightmares, you also pretty much fucked him up for the rest of his life in case he get in case he turns 20 in 16 years or 17 in case he goes to 17 years old in like 13 years, remember, decide to apply for college, and they ask, have you ever been arrested for anything? And then a 17-year-old will be like, yeah, and then the college will be like, why were you arrested? I was acting like a 4-year-old with temper tantrums at Nathaniel Green Primary School, and they had me shackled and taken to the sheriff's office for acting like a 4-year-old with ADD. If you don't know how to treat a 4-year-old with ADD, you don't need to be there. You don't need to be there. There's no room for you to be in that school. That's not just me saying it, that's a psychiatrist saying it, that's the truth saying it. And no, you wanna exercise authority when it's children are older, but you wanna be exactly like pussies when the child is 4 years old. Fuck that. And that's why at the end of Green Primary School, I can tell you to go fuck yourself. Right here in the fuck. Just pretty much messed up this 4-year-old kid's life. And, and for his own safety. Well, maybe you should remove that teacher and and uh, and the principal from that school because they can't figure out how to exercise authority over 4-year-old kids, and that will be for the 4-year-old kids' own safety. This is John Y'all 027, and I'm out. Peace.